Hi there, my name is Martha Moari. I'm an intern counseling psychologist post-internship, and I'm the founder and mentor at Sailing with Martha, a free psychology mentorship program. So in this video, my colleague and I, Norma, will be talking to you or sharing how you can actually navigate rejections as a psychology student, right? So application season and selection season is almost over. Most universities have selected their candidates for 2026, so there are those of you that might be sitting at home dealing with the applications or selections, rejections, right? So we are going to be taking you through that, how you can actually navigate your journey in this career while you're dealing with the rejections. Rejections are normal, right? In as much as they feel unpleasant, but it is a normal part of growth. You receiving a rejection doesn't necessarily mean that you will never make it in this career, or you're not cut to be a psychologist, you're not fit for this field or career as a psychologist, right? It's just a redirection for you to look at some things that you can actually work on, things that maybe you need to improve on, right? So we always say that rejection is redirection. That is true because rejection calls for growth. It prompts you to actually sit and reflect. It is important to sit and reflect so that you'll be able to see what you could have missed and what you need to do better next time, either in your applications, your paper applications, or your selections, student selections, maybe how you need to present yourself, how you answer some certain questions, the role play tips, what you need to do there. So when you're reflecting, it's important for you to practice reflecting as a psychology student or as an aspiring psychologist. It's important for you to sit and reflect on the day, reflect on your personality, reflect on your goals, reflect on the things that you want to achieve, right? One thing that reflection will help you with is gaining self-awareness. By reflecting, you'll be able to see the things that you're interested in doing and things that you're not interested in doing. So for example, let's look at the psychology career, right? Let's say now you sit and reflect, and I'm going to use a personal experience. So when I first applied, I applied for clinical psychology and I was rejected. I wasn't even called for selections. And then the following year, I sat and reflected on what is it that I want to do within the psychology space, right? So as I was reflecting, I found that, okay, my personality and the work that I want to do it leans more into the counseling space, not the clinical space, right? Hence, I went for counseling, I applied, and I got called for selections to 2 institutions first time applying, and I was I was accepted at UKZN first time applying for counseling, right? So it will help you to know in that case what psychology you want to specialize in, right? It also helps you to develop some certain skills. Maybe as you're reflecting, you find that, oh, maybe I need to improve on my communication skills. I need to improve on, a certain skill. I need to improve on my listening skills. I need to improve on my questioning skills. I need to improve on 1, 2, 3, right? So you being able to sit and reflect gives you the opportunity to see where you can improve, so that when you apply the following year, you are able to improve, right? Because what they want to see is an improvement. When they call you back, they want to see an improvement in terms of how you performed last year and how you will be performing in that specific year, right? So I would say that it's important to reflect, and it's important to be self-aware. It's important to know what you want to do in the field of psychology and what you need to do to better your skills. Thank you.
Hello, Masters Hopefuls. My name is Norma. As my previous colleague mentioned to you, Matamowahi. I'll be focusing on the reflective questions that will help you guys debrief on the Navigating with Rejections seminar. Please think about these questions and do not judge yourself, as this activity will help you in more ways than you think. To start off, I would like to give you guys time and some thoughts around this question, where you'd either be at home or you'll be in a bus going to work, or in your car going to work, or going to hospital or wherever, but thinking about these questions and how you can navigate around this journey will really help you in understanding yourself, as well as understanding what you need to do differently in order to get in for master's admissions for 2027. So before we even get to these questions, I would like to leave you guys with a quote by our lost leader, Nelson Mandela, who once mentioned that it seems impossible until it is done. So do not give up on this journey. And for now, it may seem impossible, but even psychologists that are practicing independently once faced rejections, a lot of rejection letters, emails, but today they are practicing. They have their own psychology practices. They also have their permanent workplaces where they work with different organizations. So if this is still your dream, just know that you will make it one day. Don't give up on yourself and your dreams. So the first question that you would have to think about or reflect on is that, what did you learn about yourself during this application process? Make sure you ask yourself this question. This is the most important question to ask yourself. And then the second question is, how did you feel when you received the news? What I mean by this is the rejection email or the rejection letter from that specific university that you wanted admission to. And how did you manage those emotions that you went through as you received the news? The third one, ask yourself, what strengths did you discover in yourself through this experience? And the fourth question would be, are there any areas you feel you could improve or even develop further? Areas that will help you navigate around your strengths and personality traits in order to see that you are the best fit in the psychology field. And then number 5, how can this setback motivate you to work even harder towards your goals? Then number 6, what steps can you take now to strengthen your application or gain more relevant experience that is related to working with humans? You don't have to work in a psychology field. You can even work at the HR department, also work as a teacher, also work as a voluntary worker somewhere. As long as you touch lives, as long as you engage with people on a daily basis, that will help you understand human behavior. You can even work at a bank. As long as you move around with people, you talk with people on a daily on that job, just know it will help you get in for your next master's application. And another thing that you can ask yourself is, who can you turn to for support and guidance moving forward? That is your friends, your family members, anyone that you trust with this kind of news, anyone who wouldn't judge you, who will give you a listening ear. Then number 8, How will you maintain your motivation and confidence during this challenging time? Please think about this thoroughly. It's a very, very important question to ask yourself. And then number 9, which is the second last question. What is one positive takeaway from this experience that you will carry forward? I know there are many negatives when it comes to rejections, but what is that one positive? I remember on one of the seminars we had with our mentees on the Sailing with Martha mentorship program, there are students that made me laugh because they mentioned that the one positive takeaway they took is that they took a vacation or a mini vacation when they went to Western Cape for selection week. Others went to Rhodes, others went to Durban. You see, different provinces that feel that vibe of being away from your family. They like that part of the selection process. Even though they didn't make it into the master's program, they managed to make friends or different connections when they got to the different province away from those that they are used to. So I like that positive takeaway that they had. Also ask yourself, what did you take away which is positive from this experience? And then the last question is, what are your next immediate steps to continue pursuing your dreams in psychology? Any step that you can take from today. And I will leave you and love you. Always take care of yourselves. Just know that you will make it. And I see a lot of psychologists being admitted, and even though it might not be 2027 for some of you, but still, if you have to be a psychologist, believe that you will become one. South Africa needs more psychologists than in any other field. So I believe that you guys will make it, and one day we will refer patients to each other. All the best in your journey, and all the best in any other future endeavors that you still want to pursue. And that's my leave. Bye.